Good. Okay, so that's what he's saying. So when it says Ba Mesorah, that's what it's talking about. That Ba Mesorah explained that Rahel's name was listed 5 times, and we just gave the 5 times it says it, right? The first one is Rahel Ba'a Imason. Rahel came with a son. Rahel Haifa Yefat Toar. Rahel was beautiful. Vayiftach et Rachma Rahel Akara. Right? That Hashem opened up Leah's womb and Rahel was barren.
That's it, 5 times? She was
It's
mentioned
crazy,
five
right?
times?
It doesn't make sense.
Like you would think.
But then
550
Navi was
times.
mentioned more, right?
What?
Navi.
Right?
Okay,
5
but
times.
even in Bereshit, you can say only 5 times. It's crazy.
Very strange.
Rahel lakha et terafim. Rahel took the idols. V'achad nigash Yosef Rahel v'ishtahavu. And afterward, Yosef and Rahel came and bowed down in front of Esau. These are the 5 times. Interesting. Yirmoz b'ma she'era lichreset Israel shenikret Rahel. These 5 times it's listed alludes to the 5 events that happened to Bnei Israel, who are referred to as Israel, Rahel. If you look in the Zohar, the Bnei Israel are called Rahel, the children of Rahel. Okay? Uchma de'at amar, right? They specifically refer to Rahel, as it says regarding the time Bnei Israel were taken to Galut. Rahel mevacha abaneha. Famous. True, yes. But Rahel cries for her children, for they are gone. It's crazy. According to the simple reading of the Pasuk, Rahel herself was crying over what was happening with Bnei Israel that we taken into Galut. Zera Shimshon, however, follows the explanation of the Targum in the Pasuk that Rahel is a term that refers to Bnei Israel. Interesting. The Targum, Unklus, calls Rahel Bnei Israel. The Zohar explains that Rahel Mevakah Baneha, but the Targum Unklus says differently. Let's see what it means. Right? And he says, Mitehila ve'atzof, from the beginning until the end. What?
Side note, something we should totally take advantage of. We're right near.
I was there last week.
Good. I was there this week.
Rahel,
Were you? Mic
Rahel
drop.
was a tough woman.
I'm sure she was.
Shepherdess. I mean, are you joking? A woman? Now imagine traversing all these hills back and forth, looking for a sheep that ran away, grabbing it, shooing off wolves and stuff like that.
Okay, let's see.
How often do you hear about a woman shepherd?
No, yeah, here on Yitro's daughters was one of them. Leah was not a shepherdess.
I never imagined.
Interesting that Rahel was a shepherdess. Lavan had
real,
yeah, duro in Spanish.
like one of those women that
Duro means tough.
fought off the Dagan and Oz Vagon.
Okay. All right, let's go.
You know this? You don't
No.
know the story apparently.
No, I don't.
Women, they wanted to give away Zayed and Dagan and Tamar, and women just camped on top of these hills, shooting off all the
It's
tapers.
crazy. You
And
never
then-
know who someone's tafkid is.
Remember the
It's
three?
crazy.
You know the story about 3 boys that got kidnapped and killed. So Oz Begaon used to be a disgusting place, basically the dump, where Arabs were hanging out, selling drugs, prostitution, all sorts of things. And then on the day of funeral of these boys, women said, "We're gonna do something meaningful." And they went and they camped and they made a deal with the army that they will not interfere on that, they will not shoot. The whole thing, that Oz Begaon, women, a woman is standing in front of me, just
Eshet Hail
they
Mimsa.
live here in the west. Unbelievable.
Unbelievable. Okay, so the word, the 5 times says Rahel, right? It's talking about all Bnei Israel. How, right? So Zera Shimshon explains. Shekasher nichnesu la'aretz, when Bnei Israel went into Eretz Israel, the pasuk, right? You can compare it to Rahel ba'a. She came im hason. She came with the son. Hayta ba'a la'aretz im hason asher le'abiyah. The pasuk that she came to Eretz Israel with her father's flock is because Bnei Israel were called. Right? By the way, you say it every day. Mizmor le'todah hariu la'Adonai kol haaretz. Hashem is our shepherd. Hariu, right? Or Eson. We're saying it's very interesting, Sasha. We're saying the Rahel's name is mentioned 5 times in Bereshit, which you don't find a little crazy because I find that to be very funny. That's it. 5 times. Apparently so. I don't. I'm sure. I'm sure the answer is yes. By the way, just
Which is
FYI.
very hard to believe.
It's amazing. So he said the Targum Unklus explains and in the Zohar it also says that Rahel is Bnei Israel. Rahel is an allusion to Bnei Israel, and he's going to show each of the 5 times that it says Rahel, it could be talking about Bnei Israel. How? The first time it says what? That it says Rahel ba'a imason. Rahel comes with the sheep. So Rahel is saying here that what? Rahel comes with her father's sheep flock. Hayta ba'a la'aretz imason asher la'aviyah. She comes into Eretz Israel with her father's flock. Because Bnei Israel are called Hashem's flock. That's who we are. Like it says in the pasuk, ve'aten soni son mar'iti adam atem. Now you are my sheep, the sheep of my pasture, whatever you want to call it. Okay, adam atem. You are man, and I am God. Ki ro'ahi. The pasuk regarding Rachel says, because she is a shepherdess. Keloma, what does that mean? Hayta ro'a otanu b'metav haaretz. She passed us in the most prosperous land, which is what? It's Israel. So showing that she brought us inside Israel. First one. Ve'az shema noda b'sha'arim. Now a name becomes, who's her? Remember her? It was saying, Zu b'nei Israel. Now b'nei Israel's name is known across the world. Okay? V'halelua v'shavihua. And they're praised and they're praised. Why they praise? Shebanu et Bet HaMikdash. Because they built the Bet HaMikdash. V'haya Adonai iman l'Shem u'tiferet v'tila. Right? Because the pasuk says, right, that Hashem was with them from splendor, from praise. Which means that when we built the Beit HaMikdash, if you ever learn Melachim Aleph, it's beautiful. We read about the Beit HaMikdash being built, that being together, it's really, really beautiful. Right? And that's the same thing as what? That Rahel Haita Yefat To'ad. That Rahel was beautiful. Right? Rahel Haita Yefat To'ad Yefat Mar'eh. She was beautiful and good to see.
That was right before they went into the land of what's it called? Was it Egypt? No,
that's Abraham.
Yeah.
Yefat To'ar is like Kadosh Baruch Hu. Why are we beautiful? We're beautiful in the eyes of Kadosh Baruch Hu. And Yefat Mar'eh, why does it say Yefat Mar'eh? Because we were good to see in the eyes of the world. The world looked up to us, and Hashem loved us when we built the Beit HaMikdash. Okay? And then Uma Asa La Kadosh Baruch Hu. By the way, it's done. There's 2 lines. Crazy. And what did Kadosh Baruch Hu do for Bnei Israel? Vayiftach et Rahma veRachel Akara. Remember, we're saying that Rachel is Bnei Israel, so it's beautiful. How Rachel is Bnei Israel. Each one was showing how it's talking about us, not only Rachel. The first one we showed that he brought, that he's our shepherd and we're his sheep, right? The second one is showing that we went into Eretz Israel, and when we came into Eretz Israel, right, we built the Beit HaMikdash, right? We were beautified. To Hashem loved us, and to the Umot Ha'olam, the whole world loved us. Right now, Umasa, what did Hakadosh Baruch Hu? Because he gave us beracha. Veyiftach et Rachma veRachel Akara. Opened up the wound of Leah, and Rachel was barren. Ketamrim beGemara, Roni Akara lo yalada. Have you ever seen a one who's barren, who's Akara, who prayed to me and didn't give birth? It's one of the haftarot that we read. Roni Akala lo yarada. Is it possible that a barren woman who prays to me, she doesn't get answered? She gets answered. So he's saying that Bnei Israel, even though Mishum de lo yarada rani, because should a woman sing because she's not giving birth? Why? That's a cause of being sad, not being happy. So Ela Roni, what does Roni mean? Shelo yada barim legeinom. She didn't give birth to children that went to Geinam. We gave birth to children that are ben Torah. You understand? Ben Torah. Unbelievable. The Avkan here also. The Pasuk says, Shepatach rechem hanochrit leholid banim legeinom. The Pasuk says that Hashem opened the rechem of the goyim to give birth to children who are going to end up in Geinam. But Rahel akara mileholid banim ke'elu. But Rahel was barren from having children like that. You see, goyim have children that end up in Geinam. We have children that we do, where it says Rahel Akara, it's not a bad thing. Saying that we're Akara from having children like that, which means we have good children. Right? And now, Omnam, however, whenever we said, what we did Avodah Zarah, right? What's that one? Verahel lachat terafim. Rahel took the terafim. As nishta'bedu begalut. And what happens when we took the terafim? We did avodah zarah. Hashem kicked us out. We went with the galut. Vehayu avadim, and we were slaves. Like it says in the pasuk, vehit makartem sham leoivecha ve'avadim elishvahot. The pasuk says by Moshe, he says that you can offer yourselves as to sell to your enemies as slaves and maidservants, in order so you don't die. You'd rather be a slave than die. And that's the pasuk, and it says that Nigash Yosef and Rahel ishtahavu. That Yosef and Rahel both came in front of Esav and we bowed down. Meaning what? Because we took the terafim, because we took the avodah zarah, we have to serve them. Yes, it's amazing.
So it would have been better not taking them?
Terafim, of course. Terafim is avodah zarah. The fact that we
took
gave
them to hide them, right?
Right, but we're showing that Rahel over here is Bnei Israel. The fact that Rahel took the terafim is showing that Bnei Israel held on to avodah zarah. Because you held on to avodah zarah, Hashem kicked you out. Whenever we do avodah zarah, it's bad.
Yeah.
Whenever you cheat on your wife, it's bad. How about that? Is that fair?
Yeah.
Kadosh Baruch Hu's, huh? The other way they get burned. I mean,
Unless the one you cheated with was really, really awesome.
No, Reuven. No, Reuven. And what happens at the end? The end, he says what? That's that you can end up off. By the way, it happened. By the way, Shlomo, what happened in Chorban Habayit? What all the pretty girls say? I said, all right, who cares?
Because they dressed all
They
nice.
said, we'll dress up, and the soldier will take us, so we'll
before.
go to them. Yeah, it'll be fine.
And
it happened. What happened that night? It was true. They got taken into
like boils or something.
They got boils. They got a mitzvah on them, and the soldiers saw them and were disgusted. Everyone got kicked out of the house. So that's what it means. That Rahel, that we did avodah zarah, we ended up bowing down because we rather serve them, the soldiers of another army, than to die. Than to die. So you have to understand, it's so apparent and so clear. The more we attach ourselves to the Torah and HaKadosh Baruch Hu, we are saved. Not saying it's always going to be roses and pretty, but that's part of the test.
Yeah.
You got to earn your stripes.
Yeah.
You can't just get it. You have to earn your stripes. But if you stay with Hashem, you'll always be safe.
Amen.
And you will always be okay. And you're not going to melt, God forbid, from someone's financial troubles or anything like that.
Amen.
But if you go and now you want to take the terafim, you want to go on the other side, you want to hang out with them, you want to be like them, it's not going to work. You end up wanting to serve them because I'll be safer in your house than I will in my own house. That's the difference.
Like the Jews going to India.
It's true. I told a guy once, I was talking to one of the soldier. I said, you guys are real funny. I told him, a soldier. No, not that. I go, you guys will go all over the world to go find God and find yourself, but you'll never open a book. You'll never open a Gemara. You never open a Halakha. And what did he do? He laughed. Why did he laugh? Because he knows it's Emet. He knows it's Emet. So when you know it's Emet, you know it's Emet. Every Jew knows it's Emet. Everybody knows. Who doesn't?
Yeah.
Whether you want to deal with it or not is a personal thing. But you know it's true. And the fact that you don't want to take it, okay, it's a personal thing, but you can't deny it. I always tell people, you need to acknowledge what the right way is first, even if you're not willing to do it.
That's the Shabbat.
You understand? Because at least I can identify. This is Emet. I'm not there yet.
I'm not lying to myself.
I'm not lying. If you lie to yourself, it's the worst.
Yeah.
What does Hashem say? Hashem, you lie to me, I'm going to remember everything you forgot.
Nice.
Rabbi Mansour says, ain't like ain't got a name. Yeah? What is it? Who is like our God? Nobody's like. He says first, you have to say, there's nobody like God. And then you can go ahead and ask all the questions in the world to prove that you were right in your first statement.
What do we say? We say En Kelohenu, right? Then we say Mi Kelohenu.
Like
we say Mi, and then we say Nodel Elohenu. What's the Rashi Tevot? Amen.
Oh.
Amen. En Kelohenu, Mi Kelohenu, Nodel Ladonenu, right? Nodel Makelu. Amen.
Therefore,
You understand? 91. It's
the thing is that that's the thing. Before, so Gemara says, we can learn from a rooster how to court a woman. And then Gemara says, so why don't we learn from a rooster? Because we have Torah.
Because we have to
If
work.
we didn't have Torah, then we could learn from a rooster. But since we have Torah, we don't
Right.
need to learn from a rooster. We could, but we don't need
The
to.
Torah, everything you want to find in life is found in the Torah. It's just the way it is. How much time you want to spend in it is up to you. Understand? How much time you want to spend in it? Baruch, listen to me. As much, it's not that difficult. It's our insecurity.
No, to remind yourself from the right time. Like
You
right now,
you ever want to go to sleep, but like because your cell
now.
phone's your cell phone's right next to you, so like you can't go to sleep because you feel it.
Not to fall asleep, right?
No, right? Yeah, you really do. You force yourself not to go to sleep.
You just gotta press the power off
I haven't
button.
seen
No,
it.
but it's. I'm not looking at it. It's next to me, but maybe someone's gonna call me, or maybe someone's gonna text me that I need to respond. So I make myself. I want to go to sleep. I physically want to go to sleep, but I'm making myself not go to sleep because I don't want to go to sleep. It's torture. Why do we fight ourselves? We're constantly fighting ourselves. All right, you can shut that off now. Yeah. You
Make
understand?
sure you press save or something after.
Yeah, give me.
Thanks, Charles.
Я просто тут думал,